A condo at less than $800 per square foot is quite rare.
1,200 to 1,500
for Vision Air, which is an EC Park Life 1,200 to 1,004. Okay, and this is like an EC price. You look at because Canberra is actually a post-harmonized project, it will come out to be a calculated price of 49 per square foot. Okay, hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of our New Home Explained. Okay, today we're going to talk about this project called the Canberra Crescent Residences. Okay, so before we start, help me subscribe to this channel so that you can share this to more of your friends who is going to embark in their real estate journey, or some of them who are considering this project can also look into my video. Thank you very much. Okay, so Canberra Crescent Residence is in fact having our preview now. The question now is that even though it is probably going to be the cheapest condo in the new launch market, the question now is it really worth it? Okay, so let's zoom down into it. Okay, these are my usual disclaimer, and let's talk about pricing first, okay, and to see whether these prices is something that you can accept before you even come down to the show flat. Okay, so I'm going to do it a little bit different. Usually I do pricing at the end, but today I choose to do it pricing to make sure that you are clear about what you are going into before you find out more about the project, and also how good it is in terms of the development and also developers and other information. Okay, let's jump into the pricing. Developer actually came out with this indicative pricing. So you realize that they emphasize on this starting price. Starting price meaning to say these are the low floor units, right? So the emphasis, okay, I must highlight that they are actually focusing on the 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom. Okay, a lot of the units actually come from the 3-bedroom, and that's also because this is an OCR project, right? So a lot of upgraders will be wanting to come into such developments, especially those who own the BTO or the resale HDB in the surrounding vicinity. Okay, so if you look at the per square foot, they are talking about like $1,009 and the low $2,000 per square foot kind of starting from price. So if you do a search, you realize that these are some of the projects that is within 2 kilometers to Canberra Crescent Residences. So some notable ones that I would like to highlight and bring to your attention is actually Water Gardens, right, and also the Commodore. Okay, and of course, before we go into these two projects, okay, in deeper details, I just want to share with you the per square foot for other developments, and some of them can be executive condo in the resale market, right? So you realize that some of them are transacting at like 1,200 to 1,500 for Candy's Residence, 1,200 to 1,500 for Vision Air, which is an EC Park Life 1,200 to 1,004, right? So meaning to say, if you don't want to buy this new launch, there's actually ample supply there in the market that you can potentially consider within 2 kilometers from Canberra Crescent. Okay, and also Brownstone 1,200 to 1,500, Sky Park 1,200 to 1,004. And these two projects, Water Gardens, are actually transacting on the higher side, which is like 1,600 to 1,800 and also 1,500 to $1,900 per square foot. So given the benefit of doubt, okay, the highest quantum and per square foot has to go to, goes to Water Gardens and also Commodore. Okay, and these are the prices that we are talking about. Okay, so we are talking about $1,009 to $2,100 per square foot for Canberra. Okay, let's jump right into it. So if you look at Water Gardens, their average is actually 1,761 per square foot on the average for the overall project development, right? And also $1,800 for the highest unit sold. So typically, majority of them, you realize that they are transacting about $1,700 per square foot. Considering Water Gardens, okay, for this project to be taken as a reference point, okay, they are actually a pre-harmonized project at $1,700 per square foot. If you add a plus 5%, because Canberra is actually a post-harmonized project, it will come out to be a calculated price of 1,849 per square foot. And also considering other characteristics and factor, being a newer project, better facilities, okay, or even inflation and construction costs, we add another 5 to 10% by right. Okay, Canberra should demand and command a price point of $1,941 to $2,034 per square foot on the average. And this is the Canberra price. So if you take reference, right, they want to sell this lower floor at $1,900 to $2,000 per square foot. It is very much in line, if you ask me, okay, considering the reference point is actually Water Gardens. Okay, so just want to share a little bit on the starting from, let's assume 1950 mid-floor, okay, for Canberra, it should be estimated, okay, launch price to be 1982 to 2023 per square foot. The higher floor, that means the 10, 11, 12 floor, they probably will sell between 2001 and above. Right, so the other project I want to share is actually Commodore, about $1,800 per square foot for this project. Highest they actually achieved is actually 1,009. So these are the average you can see. So considering this as a reference point for Commodore, right? So pre-harmonized, if they can transact at about $1,800 per square foot, if you plus another 5% for Canberra, it should be 1,884. Another 5 to 10% premium. So it will goes up to about 1,973 per square foot to 2,063 per square foot. Right, so you realize that this per square foot is also very much in line with Canberra pricing as well. Okay, even though these are the lower floors, okay, I think it didn't differ too much. I think because of the units coming up in the market, okay, the inventory, developers are also a little bit more careful in the price point, the per square foot they are trying to sell. Mid-floor, it should be about 1982 to 2035, okay, during the launch, okay, based on my prediction. And also the higher floor, probably 2001 and above. And these are some of the projects in the OCR and how much are they asking for today. Okay, of course, some are pre-harmonized and some are post-harmonized. So you can see the average here is actually 2003, meaning to say if you don't want to buy Canberra, or Canberra, this location is not something for you, you can actually buy into all these development you see on the screen. Okay, these are the OCR developments. So I must say that Singapore, typically you want to buy something that is good, they are already in the 22 to 23 per square foot, okay, which makes Canberra very attractive if affordability is a concern, especially for the newer viewers out there, young buyers coming into the market, smaller family, probably they want to start with something that is more affordable. So your opportunity is actually here. Okay, let's cover a little bit about the land price, okay, and I want to say and emphasize that this land price actually do offer buyers out there opportunity because of this low bid that developer actually got it for Canberra. They bought it at $793 per square foot per plot ratio back first half of 2024. So when you compare the land prices, you realize that they are actually slightly lower compared to all the projects, okay, like Dairy Farm, Lentor, Faber Walk, even Tampines, and you see Bayshore coming up is going to be 1388, like we emphasize a lot of time. So to get a land private, okay, condo at less than $800 per square foot is quite rare and quite lucky, I must say. Okay, and this is like a EC price. You look at Jalan Loyang Besar, Tampines Street 95, they are also transacting EC government land sales at below 800, and today you do have the opportunity when developer buy lower, hopefully during the launch day they are able to sell at a lower price point as well. Okay, the reason why at that point in time, okay, is not because this is not a good piece of land, but the market, if you remember, if you follow the news, okay, first half of the new home sales back then was actually at all-time low, and also there's a sell-off, okay, at the stock market. People are fearful about the up-and-coming recession which never come true, okay, and also new home sales actually plunged by 50% year on year. On top of that, okay, CDL actually sell 40% below the 2010 launch price, okay, for Sentosa. So people are thinking, how come developers are selling off? Okay, but this property has been there for the longest time, and also analysts predicted a higher interest rate, okay, to prolong in the market. So a lot of people, buyer, are fearful about the high interest rate, and high interest rate always affect. But did it come true? No. So don't follow the news, right? So you see, like, interest rate, in fact, it come down. Today is like less than 2%. So some project information to take note. Okay, this is a joint venture between Kheng, Leong and also Huat. Right? Some of you may not be very familiar, but they are actually in the market. You always hear them, but usually joint venture with other big boys developer. Okay, 376 units. They got 4 12-story residential tower, right? And they also have got a childcare, meaning to say, I think these are telltale sign that government know more younger families are coming into this area. So they actually make sure developer, okay, put in this provision of childcare so that the residents can conveniently, okay, bring their children to this childcare center right at their doorstep. And on top of that, you will actually get to enjoy some rental returns because this childcare center, when it rent it out, the vendor will actually pay the management office certain amount of money that will actually pull inside the maintenance fee. Okay, 99 years, right? And the address is actually at Canberra Crescent in District 27. Expected vacant possession 2030, right? Gross floor area, site area about 20,000 square meter. Number of parking lots, okay, 382. So we got 376 units, but we actually have got 382 parking lots. So I must say this is more than enough, right? Especially if you are a driver, considering this project, okay, there's more than 100% allocation in terms of parking lot. Okay, if you're not familiar, first I want to orientate you. If you can see my picture here, this is actually the map. This L-shaped piece of land is actually Canberra, right? So of course, I did a Google check, okay, how far is it away to the MRT station? It says 22 minutes, okay, because there's the main entrance here that you go out. If you follow, right, if you walk, it will take you 22 minutes, but right outside there's this bus stop. I believe 4 stops it will reach Sembawang MRT station. So if MRT station is something that you must have for your kids, for your parents, then maybe this project is not suitable. Okay, but if you're somebody, you are already a driver, this is your opportunity. You can probably use the saving to buy a car, right, considering that this is not so near to MRT station. Okay, and the other thing you realize from this map, they are actually right smack in between many HDB estate, right, private condo, executive condo, and also some landed enclave. So these are the potential future resale buyers that will buy from you upon the 4-year seller stamp duty. Okay, after you reach your seller stamp duty, you can consider selling to some of the MOP resale HDB upgraders, which I will share a little bit more. So in terms of planning and view, okay, this is an L-shaped piece of land. Later I'm going to share like how developer actually cleverly come up with the design of how they put the buildings and also the facilities. But I must say, right in front is actually this landed enclave. So when you have got a landed enclave, those facing the landed, you do enjoy the unblocked scenery, right? So a little bit more unblocked, because facing landed is always good. On the on the left hand side, these are education institute. Okay, behind you there's also another education institute, and in fact this area here, if you can see, I just circled them, they are actually the facility area, which I'm going to show you. Block to block distance, I think, is quite reasonably far away. Okay, and these are the view, okay, from Canberra. So these are the black and white houses, so landed view towards this side. This is facing towards the education. A little bit also on the left is also facing the education. So the rest will be slightly high-rise building. Okay, before I share the schematic plan and unit mix, if you are learning something and if you think this video, especially the pricing, makes sense, okay, feel free to like and share my YouTube channel, leave a comment and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, and this will greatly help me and also more viewers to see our videos. Okay, so site plan. So developer, what they do is that they actually put in all the facilities area or majority of the facility area on this L shape, okay, at the top of the L shape. Right, then they have got block 51, 53, 55 and 57 positioned in a way whereby they are all not looking into one another. Right, so if you ask me, the most premium view will definitely be this block 55, right, and also 57 that is facing the landed property and also the black and white houses. I believe this will be the most premium view. I think probably developer will price these two blocks, this facing at block 51 and 53 respectively, the more affordable one, considering this is facing the entrance and also this is also facing the road. Okay, this one still have got some pool view, okay, or maybe this one is also slightly more towards the affordable side. Okay, these are some of the unit mix you can take a picture or do a print screen. But what I want to emphasize is that for such development in OCR, their emphasis is usually on the 3-bedroom, okay, and very much not on the 1-bedroom. Of course, they do have a significant amount of 2-bedroom and 4-bedroom, but you can see that because of the household size in Singapore going down to as low as 3, so I believe 3-bedroom is sufficient enough for all these HDB upgrader and OCR buyers. Okay, these are some of the perspective. I think it looks reasonably well done by the developer. A lot of landscape. This is where the landed property is. Okay, and a very nice swimming pool on top of the lap pool, which I'm going to show you later. 12-story high. Okay, these are all 12-story high. I believe at the roof terrace there's some facilities as well. This is from another view. Okay, and this is where the barbecue pit is going to be. Okay, bottom left of the perspective. Yeah, this is the barbecue pit 1 and also barbecue pit 2 right in front of the family pool. Okay, so this is another angle. I think it's very nice. Okay, when you have got children at such project, they will definitely enjoy the swimming pool and also the slide here, okay, while the family doing the barbecue. Okay, and this is the 50 meters times 6 meters lap pool. I think very good size. Okay, and they have got all these decks for you to laze around, okay, right beside the swimming pool. And this is actually the Canberra clubhouse, right? So they actually put on a lot of greeneries with a tree in between, right? From the aesthetic point of view, I think this looks very good. This is the function room. Okay, then you can see that they actually put in all the fridge, the chiller, or at least the oven here with very nice furniture. Social working room for this. Okay, when you look outside, it's majority are also looking at the greenery. So I believe they are trying to encourage more of the work from home kind of concept. Okay, a co-working space. Okay, with a PowerPoint here already set up for you. Okay, so these are some of the other view, okay, for the roof terrace. Okay, I believe they also have got lookout points, and this is how the black and white bungalows will look like. So from the facility deck lookout point, this is the direction. Okay, from another perspective, this is the lookout point. When you look out from other units, you can see the facilities. You look far, this is where the black and white bungalows, and I believe this will be the HDBs. And of course, on the bottom left, these are the landed properties. Okay, sky deck, of course, we have got family spa pool, right? You have got pavilion with sky lawn, right? Okay, let's talk a little bit about the developer, Leong and also Huat, right? So like I mentioned just now, they are actually in the market, just that they always JV with other big boys developer. Okay, in fact, they have done many projects. Okay, these are some of the notable projects like Nasi Main House, Nassim Park, 15 Holland. Okay, these are for Leong, 32 Gill Estate, so on and so forth. Okay, for Leong Huat, they have done South Bank, okay, in Lavender, recently TOP Clean at Keng here, Delvey House, One North, so on and so forth. Okay, so they have done a lot of projects as well in Singapore. So some of the exit strategy, if you are HDB upgraders, okay, you must understand this location in Canberra, okay, very near to Sembawang, Woodlands, Yishun. You realize that, okay, they actually have got a very good growth in terms of their HDB prices. So I must also say that over many years, Sembawang somehow or rather becomes a little bit more matured compared to 10-15 years ago, whereby it is a new estate. So you realize Sembawang 3-room, 4-room medium price actually went up faster, higher than Ang Mo Kio, Bedok, Pasir Ris, so on and so forth. Okay, and of course, like I emphasized, developer also have done their research. 3-bedroom is something that is very highly sought after, okay, and resale prices in Sembawang has reached an all-time high. So you can see it actually went up 63%. This is good to know because all these potential buyers coming to buy Canberra Crescent from you in the future. They are your potential exit strategy and also your potential buyers. Okay, and also Sembawang BTO always have got oversubscribed, okay, when it comes to application. So for this, like Canberra Vista, it was oversubscribed 9.8 times, wow, which is like almost 10 times. I think BTO is always something good to have if you are buying into the mass market area. So Woodlands as well. Okay, there's ample supply in terms of HDB upgraders coming from the north, not only in Sembawang, Yishun, and also now Woodlands. Okay, so transformation plan, this part of Singapore, you must definitely know North-South corridor that starts from Woodlands, Sembawang, that links you all the way to Bishan, Ang Mo Kio, then towards the downtown and the city center. Okay, and this is how it will look like. So this is going to be a car-like kind of concept. There's a basement for commuters, okay, they actually can drive, okay, and also on the surface there's actually bicycle track. Okay, and of course, talking about North-South corridor, you must understand there's also Woodlands Regional Centre, Sembawang Shipyard that's going through transformation. Okay, and this is the Woodlands Central with a mixture of retail and mixed-use cluster that has been ongoing in terms of transformation. Okay, so this is towards the southern part of Canberra Crescent. This is the Sembawang Shipyard, okay, that will potentially going to turn into a mixed-use waterfront, okay, after the shipyard ceased operation in 2028. Okay, and how can we forget about this JB Singapore connection called the RTS, right? When this is ready, in a few years' time, I believe in 2 years' time, okay, it will connect Singaporeans to the rest of the world, okay, especially to Malaysia. And talking about this transformation, we must understand what are some of the plots that are available based on the master plan. If you can see carefully, this educational site here on my bottom left, okay, master plan 2029 has been transformed into a residential plot. Okay, so this is actually a residential plot based on the recent master plan. So these are good news because it's right beside Canberra. Okay, and subjected to detailed planning has now, it comes out with a plot ratio of 2.8 and 1.4, which is very near to us as well. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the floor plan comparison. I'm not going to go through everything, but I just want to emphasize some of the important ones. So if you put the 2-bedroom premium side by side, this is actually 2-bedroom PA and this is 2-bedroom PB, right? So the left versus the right. The main difference I just want to emphasize is actually on the study area here, which I already highlighted for you. And if you look at the bedroom size, they are all very sizable with at least a queen size bed for the common bedroom, bedroom 2, and a king size bed, okay, for a master, right? Then these are all the 2-bed, 2-bath premium unit. Okay, let's talk a bit about the 3-bedroom compact first. So the size is like 797 square feet, okay, to as big as 872 square feet. So the first two layout first, you realize that they are very much comparable. So one is towards the left when you come in, okay, the other one is actually towards the right. So they cleverly put the bedroom number 3 on the right hand side, okay, so that you can save on some corridor space. I think this is very smart by the architect and the developer. And 2 more bedroom 2 and master bedroom on the left hand side. So this kind of layout is something that will not go wrong. Okay, people love this kind of layout. And what you can potentially do if you want an enclosable kitchen for this 3 bedroom compact is to enclose it, okay, like the way I draw it for you. But if you are somebody who don't cook as much, then probably you want to just leave it as an open concept. But something to take note for this layout, the kitchen, okay, you don't have a window, right? So probably when you cook, you want to make sure that you open your main door. Okay, if not, people, small family, usually we tapao home, then maybe you don't mind this kind of layout. So the main difference between the 797 square feet and the 87 square feet, I must say, is actually the bigger master bedroom that you can see. So this L-shaped wardrobe that is being provided, okay, for the 3 bedroom CA unit P, right, the premium. Okay, then the living room size also slightly bigger, 32 square meter compared to the 30 square meter. Okay, this is also the premium unit as well, right? Then flexible layout with household shelter and study room, which is very important. You can see the study room is here. Then they also have a household shelter. But the main difference between these 3 bedroom SA unit and 3 bedroom SB unit is actually this thing that I highlight for you, the layout of the household shelter and also the entrance, the size of the entrance, right? The configuration is a little bit different, but the rest of the layout, I must say, it is very similar. The moment you come in, you turn left or right, you will reach your dry kitchen first, right? Very nice dry kitchen with table space provided, enclosed wet kitchen provided with a 6-seater dining, okay? And then you have got this 6 square meter balcony space. All the 3 bedrooms are all tucked into one corner, so full privacy. Bathroom 2 and also master bath. Now you have got this window for ventilation and natural lighting. I think it's very good. Just to remind everybody again, this is actually a post-harmonized project. So all these aircon ledges that you see on your screen, they are actually not counted in your strata space. Okay, and also 4 bedroom compact, 1163 square feet for this 4 bedroom CA unit, 1173, so marginal 10 square feet difference. So I already summarized what is the difference, actually the entrance. Okay, so it's like the 3 bedroom premium just now. So 4 bedroom, of course, you got 1 more bedroom, but the other difference, of course, when you come in, you realize you got this study area right beside your living. So potentially you can remove this wall if you want a bigger landscape living and dining space. Okay, then you can potentially shift your dining towards the study area. But I believe 4 bedroom, usually you have got younger kids that probably need your study room, or some of you who are working at home, you probably will turn this into your home office. And I think very importantly for this kind of layout, I think the helper's room is always very important, the household shelter. Then this one also have got the WC for the helper as well as the yard area. So all in all, there's like 3 bathroom inside this 4 bedroom compact. Okay, so 1 WC, 1 bathroom, 2 with window, master bath with window. Okay, I think the size for the master is really comfortable, 13 square meter. Okay, so this is the 4 bedroom compact. And now we come to the 4 bedroom standard. Okay, so 1216 square feet. Right, so of course once you come in, you realize that okay, there's actually a household shelter as well. Then landscape layout, 8 square meter balcony. So what you need to do is to open up the sliding door, so you can get to enjoy living, dining plus balcony. And study is right beside the living area. Okay, and you can potentially change this into a helper's room, right? If you want to utilize your household shelter as a storage. Why? Because there's also an entrance here as well. Okay, from the kitchen, wet kitchen, you can actually go into a study. If not, you can enclose it and make this into a study, no problem. Then bedroom 2 and bedroom 3. Sorry. There's this bathroom 3, bathroom 2, Okay, so this 3-bedroom common bedroom will actually utilize these 2 common baths, right? Of course, you have got a direct access from bedroom 2 into this bathroom 2 as well. Okay, a very even bigger master. Just now was 13 square meter. Now it's like 14 square meter. Okay, so I think a lot of people will love this layout because of this landscape living and dining, right? So very good layout done by developer. Okay, last unit 1324. I believe this is the biggest unit. Okay, the moment you come in, same thing. They also have a household shelter. Then wet kitchen, dry kitchen. Okay, very nice layout. This is the kind of layout that you will want to do hosting or event at your house, right? You probably can fit like another 10 to 12 people coming together, okay, over events for celebration, birthday, okay, living, dining with balcony open up. It gives you very big space. Study here as well. Okay, then bedroom 4 have got direct access. Okay, same like bedroom 3 towards bathroom 3. Okay, so they Jack and Jill kind of concept. Okay, then bedroom 2 you will actually utilize bathroom. Okay, or your guests will use this, okay, as a common toilet. Okay, something different is that you realize this one gives you a L-shaped wardrobe for the master, right, at 16 square meters. So this is the biggest that we have seen. Even with the wardrobe being the biggest, they also have got additional space. So if you have a lot of clothes, okay, if your spouse buy a lot of clothes, you probably can do one more wardrobe here if you want, right beside your master bed. Okay, so very good layout for this premium as well. So before we conclude, I just want to share that this developer actually buy in at a very good price. So to conclude the whole project review, I think there's this opportunity that developer might sell it at a very good price. And of course, second thing is that this is at Canberra. I understand not everybody wants to stay at this particular location, and it is up north. So some of you probably are staying in the east or staying in the west. This is some location may not be suitable for own stay, but for investment point of view, just now you look at the pricing, you realize that they are very much comparable to all the resale pricing, especially Water Gardens and also Commodore. Of course, if you cannot wait, you want to buy something that's even more affordable, that's lower per square foot resale, but I believe this project will be highly sought after based on the price point. For those who only wants to buy new project and have got lower budget, you can actually consider this project as well. And if you really want to see this project, you can also contact me, or if you can reach out to me if you want any one-on-one consultation before you make any property purchase. You can click the link below. My contact number is below. Okay, for that, I want to wish you all the best for your real estate journey, and good luck, and I hope to see you soon.